Okay, I'm going to read out of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, verse 13. Or I'll read 11. We'll start at 11. I answered, Supreme Lord, if only you looked so favorable upon me that you would show your servant your final signs, which you showed me in part on a previous night. He answered, Get up on your feet. You'll hear a loud echoing voice. Don't be afraid if the place on which you stand is greatly moved while the voice is speaking. Since the word concerns the end, and since the foundations of the earth will understand that the speech is about them, the place will tremble and shake, because it knows that it is destined to be transformed. When I heard, I rose on my feet and listened. There was a voice speaking, and its sound was like the sound of deep waters. And it said, Look, the days are coming when I will begin to come near to visit those who live on the earth, when I will begin to examine those who unjustly inflicted harm in their cruelty. When the humiliation of Zion is complete, when the seal is placed on the age that begins to pass away, I will perform these signs. Scrolls will be opened in the view of the firmament, and all will see together. Infants a year old will speak with their voices, and pregnant women will give birth to premature babies of 3 or 4 months, but they will live and dance. Fields that were not sown will suddenly appear sown, and full warehouses will suddenly be found empty. A trumpet will sound with a blast. When all hear it, they will suddenly be terrified. In that time, friends will make war on friends like enemies. The earth, along with those who live on it, will be terrified, and the sources of rivers will stand still so that they don't run for 3 hours. Then everyone who is left after all these things that I have foretold you will be saved. These will see my deliverance at the end of my age. They will see the people who have been taken up and who haven't tasted death from their birth. The hearts of those who live on earth will be changed and converted to a different spirit. For evil will be erased and grief extinguished. Faith will flourish and corruption will be overcome. Truth that was without fruit for so long will be displayed. Okay? I think that's all I'm going to read here, but I just wanted to make sure. Yeah. Okay, so I got to grab my Bible. All right. Okay. Isaiah 43 verse 7, or what verse was it? Verse 18 and 19. No, that's not it. Verse 8 and 9, sorry, in Isaiah 43. Bring forth the blind people that have eyes, and deaf that have ears. Let all the nations be gathered together, and let the people be assembled. Who among them can declare this and show us former things? Sure seems like the flat earthers are declaring former things, okay? Let them bring forth their witnesses, that they may be justified, or let them hear and say, it is truth. Let's see here. Verse 19. Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? I will even make way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Let's see here. Okay, let's go to Zechariah. Oops. I think I just, there we are. Zechariah 12, verse 2. Behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of trembling unto all the people round about, when they shall be in siege both against Judah and against Jerusalem. And verse 3, and in that day will I make Jerusalem a burdensome stone for all people. All that burden themselves with it shall be cut in pieces, though the people of earth be gathered together against it. So that's flat Earth, guys. Let's see. Yeah. So many prophets telling us about this. 2,000 years ago, 2,600 years ago, way back when. Alrighty. The foundations of the earth, they seem to be moving around, don't they? With all these volcanoes blowing, and all the lava and everything going everywhere. It's interesting. Keep your eye on it. Praise God.